All right, so we're back for round three. Currently, we are 1-2, um, which overall, relative to I think my expectations for my first league with Doomsday, I think that's pretty good. My sort of goal for myself is to win one match, and we got there in round one against Dredge. After that, we played Rip Helm combo and just kind of died. I think that was probably the game where maybe my play was maybe the most suspect. Um, and then round three was against Sneak and Show, and they just had the perfect faster combo, permission to stop me from getting there. So that just kind of wasn't coming together. We got two more rounds, so we'll see where this goes. Oh, good for him. That Rex Samurai guy, our round one opponent, ended up going undefeated in the most recent league league season. So that's cool. That is cool. All right, so let's join the match. See what we get. All right, so we lost the die roll. We're playing aggro for life. Kinda hoping that means we're against burn. I feel like this hand could pretty much just kill him. Let's keep this. So yeah, in terms of keep this or not, I feel pretty good about this. We've got the duress. We've got a probe. We've basically got kind of the combo put together. An LED makes it so that we just turn one them here. Another probe makes it also a turn one. So yeah, and if not, we can duress. We could brainstorm. We have a couple options. So let's keep. What I'm hoping to not see here is basically exactly this. So, all right. He's probably going to take Doomsday, which is a real bummerino. Yep, there it is. All right, aggro for life. Okay, so we hit another Doomsday, which is pretty hilarious. Okay, so the problem ends up being this. So basically, here's sort of the issue. So I'm going to guess, based on that opener of Bayou Thoughtseize, that this is Turbo Depths. So I kind of don't love this matchup, but I like going really fast. So obviously he's got a ton of discard, so keeping stuff in my hand is not a great option. One line would be to duress pass, hopefully slow him down. Another line would be, and the duress could either go for combo pieces, it could go for discard to protect myself. Another line would be to brainstorm, hope to hit a bunch of stuff. Iffy on that. The things I would put back would be duress, labman in that situation, probably, if I were to hit combo things. Here I could go Ritual Doomsday off of the Underground Sea, so that those three are spoken for. I could probe into the pile. But basically, so the question ends up being, if I Ritual Doomsday, It's like pretty rough here if he discards the Lab Man. So maybe he won't know that the Lab Man is part of it. That feels like a super loose play to just bank on people not understanding what Doomsday is and what's happening. So I really don't like just sitting on this hand, though. So I think... Okay, so we definitely play this. Then the question is to go for the combo or not. So if I go for the combo, I build a pile, but what does that look like? Alright, so we have the sideboard up. I hate that concede game is like so quick and so close to undo. That always terrifies me. Okay, so options would be... Let me apologize, this guy feel bad. Okay. So, if I duress pass, I get super punished if he has like a ton more discard. If I build this, I think either way I'm going to get punished in the face of like a bunch of discard. What I could maybe do is build a bauble into that pile to put Labman on bottom, and that's maybe what I'm going to have to do here. So, all right, so we put a bauble in there somewhere because we have the Labman spot free. So if we need it, we have that. Okay. Yeah, all right, I don't hate that. Okay, so no permission, or like no force of will there makes me think that this is indeed Turbo Depths. I could be like fundamentally wrong about everything that's going on his side of this, though, so that's something to be cognizant of. So I've got two cantrips in my hand, one of which is the Brainstorm, which is going to enable the Labman to end up back in the pile, but I need a Conjurer's Bauble in there in case that doesn't happen. I'm going to need 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds, one to cast Act on Impulse, the other to cast Labman. And then the Probe would be the other thing that I need. One thing that might help is if I draw a land for the turn. So if I can put the Underground Sea on top, draw it, play it. Then draw an LED. So I draw an LED, play it with the Probe. Well, no, I Brainstorm first, put back Labman. Draw an LED with the Probe. Wait, no. Wait, okay. Yeah, draw the... Blah. Okay, so draw the Underground Sea for the turn, play it. 4 cards left. I Brainstorm, putting back Laboratory Maniac and an LED, drawing the first LED. Or no, I'd put back Act on Impulse, Labman, play the first LED, Probe, hold priority, crack the Lion's Eye Diamond, Act on Impulse to draw. Bauble, Labman, LED. Okay. I think this works-ish. It seems maybe loose. But I think this protects us against the discard, which would just, like, straight kill us. Like, if this doesn't work, I don't think we have another draw. But... oh, wow. Maybe it does kill us, because... well... okay, maybe we put back... okay. I think this works. Maybe I'm, like, super duper wrong. Because, like... so this is where Doomsday gets really hard, where you're trying to, like, play around possible plays on their end. That's like... so, okay, what if we don't draw the Underground Sea? Alright, I'm, like, destroying my clock here. This is horrible. Alright. Let me just think about this for another second. So, one option would be... so I need to draw an LED before Active Impulse. So, I draw an LED for the turn, play it. Brainstorm, hold priority, or, yeah. I can't brainstorm, hold priority, and that doesn't really help. So I kind of need to draw the Underground Sea first. So if any of you are watching this, if I end up killing myself in a minute, yeah, let me know. Let me know what the play was. Okay, so it's going to go, we put one LED real low. Then we want the bauble really low. We want... okay. Okay, so let's hope I'm not just super dead. This is all, like, really hard to just, like, see out. I'm someone that kind of, like, is a better tactile learner, we call it. You know, I do better kind of manipulating physical objects. So it's a little bit easier in paper for me, I think. But a plan like this, where you're having to account for, like, so many possible maneuvers on their part, he can't, if this is Turbo Depths, unless he's got the Black Fling, whatever that's called, right of consumption or whatever. We're not dead here, so I'm not really worried about that. Or maybe this just straight up isn't Turbo Depths and we're dead, but who knows. Sorry, I'm trying not to do that. I know it's really, like, awful to listen to on streams. So. And then I did it again. Nice. Okay, so depths in some form. A Sylvan Scrying. Is there a land, like a utility land that just kills us? So he does reveal it, so we know what happens. We're not just gonna, like, randomly get got out of nowhere. The huge benefit is that he did not discard us. I think that we are in this game. Like, I think we got it. I love, like, this camera setting where it's following my face around is hilarious. I'm sorry if it's really annoying. I'll fix it. Just let me know. Okay. What did he reveal? Sajiri Step. Sorry, my phone's going off. Alright, so Sajiri Step. Alright, let me look up Sajiri Step really quick. In theory, I know what that does. Okay, that's the protection one. Cool. Alright, so we draw the Underground Sea. Play that out. So now I brainstorm. Okay. So I'm going to put back Labman. And then act on impulse. I'm going to play out the bobble and then probe. Well, the LED and then probe. It's for red. Cool. Okay. Alright, so let's play the Lion's Eye Diamond. All right, we did a brainstorm pile in the first league. That feels pretty good. Okay, so sideboard against Turbo Depths. I think all the bounce is where I want to be. Although, you know what, they do bring in they do bring in Sphere of Resistance, so that's a real bummer. Okay, so the question for me here, is it worth going green? And I don't think I'm going to be running into chalices, so I think that I can hold on to, although maybe destroying it and not bouncing it and letting them play it back out is going to really like be the key here. So I think I take out Rain of Filth. I feel okay removing that. Therapy feels pretty weak in this matchup, so I feel pretty good removing those. And then maybe there I can bring in the green sideboard as well. So for that, I'll take out like a Flooded Strand. Do I do that? Yeah. Yeah. I think Flooded Strand is the land I replace that with. I don't really want to mess with the ratio of lands. For these two, I like Duress like a lot here. I think I take out a Therapy and then like one Bobble. And maybe I've overboarded here, so my total sideboard right now is like, it's the Echoing Truths. I've got the Chain of Vapor, and then the Trop. So I've brought in 6 cards for this match, and the reason I'm thinking to do this is that they're a pretty fast combo that disrupts pretty aggressively, and they've also got you know, like sphere taxing kind of permanent hate that I feel like I want Abrupt Decay against rather than like bouncing it and letting them replay it. So that seems fine, I think. Okay, so I don't hate this. Having Doomsday in hand is awkward because I'm kind of anticipating that getting sent to the nether regions. And honestly, what I'm afraid of with something like this is basically them like discard surgicaling me, which would suck. That would be terrible. I mean, I could still win off of a off of a Burning Wish, but I don't love that. The lands, I like having these lands. I like being able to just lead Duress in this matchup. I could also just lead by dropping the Bauble in play, but that feels maybe weak. I'm anticipating that if I keep this hand, this is going to get taken. There is the chance that it gets surgical. Otherwise, this hand feels pretty strong, but if he's got that level of like brutality, that's really going to suck. So he's mulliganed to 6. I'm going to keep this and hope we get there. Okay, so we kept the thing on top with his scry. Oh shit, here it comes. This can't be good. So one weird side benefit. Okay, so maybe he's not going to discard us to death here. That's kind of cool. Alright, so another land doesn't feel awesome. I do feel pretty good about leading with the Duress on this one. That just kind of lets me, you know, do a little bit of work here. He's down to 4 cards right now. So I feel like we can pressure his hand. And if he kept it for like one thing, you know, if there's a... He would have played the Sphere if he had it, which is awkward, but... So maybe Duress here was wrong. But I feel like playing it proactively in a matchup where they don't have permission is the way to go. Especially because I can take this crop rotation. So that seems fine. So he's got the Spirit Guide and a Sylvan Scrying. And a Verdant Catacombs. Alright. So we will pass here. A little bit, you know, worried about Doomsday in hand, but he doesn't have like a surgical yet, so that would take a little bit to happen. That'll probably be my play next turn, is to get the Conjurer's Bauble out. Both because it's really helpful to have during the combo turn, but also because if he goes to surgical it, I think I can put that back on bottom and escape, which would be awesome. So I am down to not a ton of time, so I need to play pretty fast here. I tanked for a long-ass time. All right, so I feel pretty good here about having taken the Crop Rot on that one. So I would love a Bounce Spell right now. The benefit here is we know that this is his hand. We know that there's like not, you know, a get you thing. Yep, okay, so here's the Sylvan Scrying. Cool. I assume he's grabbing a Thespian Stage. There it is. So what I would love here is a Bounce Spell. And another Underground Sea appears. Okay. I'm going to play out the Badlands. Drop the Bauble. Pass. So he's got the Spirit Guide in hand, which is going to help activate this. So as long as he doesn't kill us with discard this turn, we can combo off here, which would be pretty awesome. Wow, that totally sucks. Okay. Woof! Oh, thanks, Duress. Okay, so he's got 2 cards in hand, so Duress can't take any of those. He is going to combo off. I guess at the end of my next turn, which gives me... I'm going to put the Polluted Delta into play. It's cool that I can use Urborg. If I draw... Man. And so now my question is, maybe the play is to try and draw with the Bauble and hope I hit either a bounce spell or the Abrupt Decay. Because if I can kill this, or if I can, well, if I kill that, I'm still making it past the turn pile with Doomsday. If I can hit a bounce spell and bounce Merit Lage, that is super dope, but we're kind of shooting that angle. So let's pass here because I don't think we have another great option. Duress can't take anything in his hand. We've hit all our land drops, so I think we just pass. Okay, that's not great. All right, best case, he names Lion's Eye Diamond, not knowing that it doesn't work. What I think I'm going to do here is go ahead and fetch, and then use the Bauble, because I really want to get this draw in. I'm going to grab the Trop, just in case I hit the whatchamacallit. I'll go ahead and put the Duress back in. Why not? Okay, Dark Ritual, which doesn't super bail us out of this, but it's not nothing. So what does he name? Okay, so he names Bauble. Alright, another land. So he's got no cards in hand now, because I guess he cast that off of the Spirit Guide. So the Duress isn't really doing anything for us. At the end of the turn, he's going to make... So here's kind of the issue. I can go 2 mana, so I can play a land. So what I'm trying to do right now is figure out if I have enough mana to make a Chain of Vapor past the turn pile. I mean, so the problem is 2 things. One is the Sphere of Resistance pressuring my ability to do this in the first place, but the second is the fact that like I can't pass the turn because he's going to make a Merit Lage. So that doesn't feel great. I think we just try it. This is like only a +1 though, which is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not even going to have the mana for it. So let's go ahead and... I think I concede here. Maybe I'm leaving this on the table, but I don't really see the way in which it works. And I really want to save this 8 minutes and 31 seconds for game 3. So, okay. Do I want to reconsider the way that this is working? Yeah. Okay. Can't really keep this with no lands and like not even a Lotus Petal to like tempt you. Okay. This does not seem bad. Right, we got the decay. I assume that there will be some kind of discard thing, but it's at least something. So let's keep it. The Lion's Eye Diamond on top is strong. Let's keep it. Just play that out. Pass. I didn't see this actually like add mana to his pool, so I don't really know. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, there's the sphere. Alright, so this gives us, we've got a little bit of time here. Alright, so I've got the option to, I'm going to play the Delta. I can get the, I think I just pass, and then if he does anything, I ritual Abrupt Decay. Like if he goes to discard me and he's going to take the decay, I just don't even play that game. But then I lose the LED. So if I just do this like proactively, do I lose anything there? Because then I get this into play, which is pretty important to the combo because it lowers like the threshold for comboing off like significantly. So I think we wait. Maybe that's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to put this into play, crack both of them, and then just Abrupt Decay that and play out the LED and pass. It's going to be the plan. Shit. So I'm now thinking maybe I didn't want to show my hand this far. Like I could have just like passed again. But I feel like he's working towards the combo and I kind of need to be doing the same. So let's pass again. This is in a way like kind of keeping us safe. Like he's got to make another land drop to actually do any like discard stuff. Okay, so here it comes. Let's go ahead. we'll just take that off the table, probably lose the LED. But we've got 2 cantrips, so if we can hit a Doomsday, we're still in business. Okay, took the Brainstorm, which I don't hate. I mean, that hurts. Because I was going to dig with it, but... Okay, second LED, not, like, really what we're hoping for. I'm only going to play 1 out in hopes that... he thinks there's more going on here. Okay, so we've got a combo like this turn. Alright, so if he takes this probe, that's actually real shitty. Also the fact that he's not... Okay, so the probe hurts. That hurts. This hurts more. Alright. I'm trying to think if there's any merit to playing these out. I mean, the mana is helpful, but that's just not the problem at all at this point. Let's just play out the second LED like he knows we have it. And they help a lot with the combo, and this way they can't get, like, surgical or anything weird. So we really need... Well. Oh, Urborg, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, alright. Well, that's not great. Yeah. Well, we tried. Oh, no. Ah, the second one. Alright, yeah. Let's see. Were we anywhere close to the combo? It was like such a trap. Alright, so no help coming. Okay, so that round... Yeah, just a bunch of draws, I guess, didn't come together. And maybe there was that play where I should have been more aggressive and just get in the game a little bit faster. So maybe that. So, and I mentioned this in the article, but one of the things that I'm kind of finding about this, one of my like kind of pregame thoughts in the article was, I usually find the deck to be about a turn too slow, and I'm curious if this is like the way that I'm piloting it. So it's possible that I'm keeping like iffy hands that just need too much work to get there. It's possible that I'm keeping or that I'm like playing just the cantrips wrong. I don't want to say too conservatively because I know there have been several times in this league that I've done them like pretty proactively and pretty aggressively that maybe like isn't great. So yeah, I'm curious what everyone's kind of thoughts are on this and what went wrong there. Yeah. And to be fair, like you know, part of this might just be being okay with having some like non-great matchups in Legacy. The real question is, in round 5, will we play against another combo deck? We are 4 for 4 on combo decks, having played Dredge round 1, Rip Helm round 2, Sneak and Show or Omni Sneak round 3, and now Turbo Depths round 4. So that pretty interesting. So good news, games. Picked up another one. Matches. We are 1 and 3, killing it.
All right, guys. All right, we'll be back for round 5.